You are highly welcome to another interesting topic. If you're a poultry farmer or livestock farmer, you are finding it difficult to feed your poultry birds. It seems you don't know that there are some raw materials that can help you to reduce the cost of feeding your poultry birds and at the same time increasing the vitality and improving your profitability. There are many raw materials that are very cheap. Do you know why most of the raw materials are very expensive? And do you know why most of the feed, either livestock or chicken feed, are very expensive? It's because majority of the ingredients used in producing chicken or livestock feed are also consumed by humans or used for industrial purposes. So the competition is very high. The demand for these products are very high. So that is why most of these raw materials are very expensive, and at the same time most of the commercial feed producers use them, and that increase the high and make the feed very expensive for you to buy. As a poultry farmer, you need to know the ingredients that are less competitive, that can at the same time give you the maximum results you need. What matters is not even the name of the ingredients. What matters is the acceptability by your poultry or livestock, and at the same time convertibility. It doesn't matter the quantity of feed your poultry birds eat in a day. What matters is, are they converting those feed into meat or egg? But let me leave this for the next topic that's loading after this. That's when I will tell you why your chicken or livestock animals eat more and give you less results. Because I know that many farmers are asking questions on the comment section that they are producing less quantity of egg, less number of egg compared to the feed their poultry consumed a day. Someone asked me that he gives high quantity of feed, he give best company for them, but they at the end get less number of egg, according to what that subscriber said. I think they are having less than 50% egg drop from 500 layers. So you can see there are a lot of reasons for this. The fact that they are eating those feeds doesn't mean they will convert it. There are some ingredients that is needed in your feed for the chicken or for your livestock animal to convert all those feed into usable format, either meat or egg or dairy, maybe for milk producing animals. So in this particular content, I will advise you to watch it to the end. Let me give you few ingredients that will help you to drop the cost of your poultry feed. Perhaps you want to go into do it yourself feed production in your farm. One, you need many ingredients that contains different vitamins. These feed ingredients including protein, energy, fat, fiber, calcium, phosphorus, and other vitamins and minerals that are very important for the optimal growth and weight of your livestock. One is blood meal, animal blood meal. Animal blood meal is cheaper compared to fish meal because many farmers, many users, many industries doesn't make use of this animal blood meal. I don't know whether you get me right. But when you compare it to fish meal, most of the industries make use of fish. Human beings make use of fish. It is not a taboo by either religion, political, cultural, or in any way. But animal blood is a taboo for even consumption, or even mentioning it in some areas even. So you can see why it is cheaper for you to use it to fortify the protein source. And not only that, it has a lot of protein. One, it has 80 to 90% crude protein, depending on how it is processed. It has 2,500 to 3,200 calories per kilogram energy. It has up to 1% fiber. It has 1 to 2% crude fat. It has 0.3 to 0.5% calcium. It has 0.3 to 0.5% phosphorus. And it has iron and vitamin B. And it also has vitamin B12, which is very important for the optimal growth and development of your poultry and livestock animal. You can see that it is very rich in protein. And when you talk about the growth, the weight of your poultry, the meat, the egg quality, egg quantity, you are talking about the protein content in that particular livestock. The next one is fish meal. We have different categories of fish meal. We have the highest volume, which is 2% crude protein. We have 60%, we have 62%, and the rest of them. Perhaps you are using tilapia, which is our local fish here. It has up to 60% crude protein. So now, assuming you are using tilapia, which you can easily source within our locality, 60% crude protein, that's a very good one. It has 3,500 calories to 4,200 calories per kilogram of energy. You can see it is very rich in energy. Now, it has 8 to 12% crude fat. It has 0.5 to 1.5% fiber. It has 4 to 6% calcium and 3 to 4% phosphorus. It has very good quality omega-3 fatty acids. It has vitamin A, it has vitamin D, and it also contains selenium. You can see how this particular product can boost the protein source, protein content, and at the same time fortify the growth and weight of your poultry bed with a reduced cost. Another one is soybean. You don't play with this. Soybean is a crop protein source for livestock feed. Yes, soybean is being contested by human industries, and many parastatals make use of soybean. But here we are using soybean waste, which is soybean meal. The extracts have been removed either from oil, for oil or for mix, but the leftover is what we're using here. That's the chaff. Now, this soybean chaff contains 44 to 48% crude protein, depending on the processing method. It has 2,400 to 2,800 calories per kilogram of energy. It has 1 to 2% crude fat and 5 to 7% fiber. It has 0.2 to 0.4% calcium and 0.6 to 0.7% phosphorus. It is full, completely fortified with vitamin B, folic acid, and at the same time a lot of minerals. Even plant estrogens is also in soybean. And that one is meat and bone meal. If you go to slaughterhouse, abattoirs, or these people that sells meat in the market, if you, under their table you see a lot of bone there, they don't attach much value to these bones. No matter the amount of money you give to them, tell them to gather quantity of bone depending on your feed formula. They will gather it for you. You go and process it. How do you process it? Just dry it. After some drying it, set it on a blaze. Let it burn completely well. Bone doesn't burn to ashes. After burning, you see the white substance. That white substance is what you make use of in your poultry and livestock meal. Grind it to powder and make use of it. Now, that bone meal contains 45 to 55% crude protein. You can see how rich it is. Now it has 2,300 to 3,000 calories per kilogram of energy and 10 to 15% fat. It has 2 to 4% fiber and 7 to 10% calcium. Why we're having from this to this? Because depending on how you process it. Now it has 4 to 6% phosphorus. It contains very rich quantity of vitamin B, rich in trace minerals like zinc, iron, and others. The next one is rice bran. Rice in rice meal, they have remove the rice separate for human consumption. Now you are not making use of the rice that is highly contestable and that is very costly. You are now using the rice bran or rice polish. This is what you make use of. This rice bran has 12 to 14% crude protein. It has 2,500 to 3,000 calories per kilogram of energy. Each kilogram has 2,500 to 3,000 calories per kilogram of energy. Now, it has 15 to 20% crude fat and 10 to 13% fiber. It has 0.05 to 0.1 calcium and 1 to 1.5% phosphorus. It has vitamin B, and also it has niacin, thiamine, riboflavin, and tocopherol, which is also known as vitamin E. You can see that this particular waste has a lot of vitamins and minerals to help you reduce the cost of your poultry and livestock. The next one is wheat offal. Here we are not talking about wheat. Please don't go for wheat because wheat is very expensive. Go for the offal. That is the wheat bran. That is the leftover after processing wheat. The wheat has been removed. That waste, which some people, most of the times, if they don't see anybody that will buy it, they will throw it into the dustbin. Now, this particular wheat offal has 15 to 18% crude protein. You can see how rich. And this is a plant protein. Now, it has 2,300 to 2,500 calories of energy per kilogram of it, depending on how you process it. It has 3 to 5% fat and 10 to 12% fiber. It has 0.1 to 0.15% calcium and 1 to 2% phosphorus. It's very good in vitamin B, and a lot of pathogenic acid and magnesium, zinc, and copper are very dominant in this particular plant. Now, the next one is wheat and maize, please. Yes, this is where we are having issue. Use little quantity of maize and use maize bran or maize offal. Now, maize, you use small quantity. You can as well use cassava peel to substitute maize up to 50%. But if you have not watched my content on the use of cassava peel to drop the cost of your feeding, please do watch that. I'm going to raise another content for it. But now let's go to maize. Maize has 8 to 10% crude protein, 3,200 to 3,400% or calories. Maize has 3,200 to 3,400 calories of energy per kilogram. It has 3 to 4% crude fat, 2 to 3% crude fiber, and 0.02 to 0.03% calcium. It has 0.25 to 0.3 phosphorus. It is very rich in vitamin B. It's very rich in thiamine, niacin, folate, and very good source of carotenoid and other minerals that are very good for your poultry health. And that one is groundnut cake meal. That's peanut meal. The groundnut cake, groundnut itself has been processed. The oil has been removed for cooking. Now the waste is what we call groundnut or peanut meal. It has 40 to 50% crude protein, 2,500 to 2,800 calories per every kg of it. You can see how rich it is. 6 to 8% crude fat and 5 to 6% fiber. It has 0.2 to 0.3% calcium and 0.6 to 0.7 phosphorus. It is very rich in vitamin B, such as niacin. It also contains vitamin E and magnesium. You can see how rich this particular product is. The next one here is Distillers dry grain soluble. This particular waste is from those people that produce local drinks like brukutu. They call it brukutu in the northern side of Nigeria. This is fully fermented grains that's used to produce drinks. This drink is also intoxicative. So the extract from this is what we call Distillers dry grain soluble. In fact, watch, you can see the picture here. so that you know what I'm talking about. It has 27 to 35% crude protein. It has 2,500 to 2,800 calories per kilogram of energy, 8 to 12% fat, 7 to 10% fiber, and 0.1 to 0.2 calcium, 0.6 to 0.9 phosphorus, and it is fortified with vitamin B, niacin, riboflavin, and thiamine, and many other trace minerals like magnesium, sulfur, and potassium. The next one is now maize bran. So if you are using maize bran, please use little quantity of corn or maize itself, so that the maize bran will cover it up, so that you use little of maize, because maize is used for biscuit, maize is also used for pap, it's used for many things. That is why it is very expensive. Now a kg of maize is even equal to $1. You can see how expensive it is. So but maize bran is even less than 25 cents. So you can see how cheap this is, and it has a lot of, now compare their nutritional value. You can see that the maize bran is almost equal to the maize itself, or even richer. Now let's go there. Maize bran, 8 to 12% crude protein. Now what did maize itself give you? You can see that maize bran is even richer. That is why rats, bush animals grow fatter than even some human beings without any medication. They don't even have any hospital. They don't have even any medical doctor that attend to them, and they grow fatter and they grow bigger. Most of them even dominate your household and even want to pursue you from the house, because they eat their best. Most of the things you throw inside the bush, they eat it, and you feel that they are scraps without knowing that they contain most of the vitamins and nutrients that is even needed than the product itself. Now see that maize bran, which is a West, has 8 to 12% crude protein. What did the maize give you? Almost, or even less than that. It has 2,200 to 2,400 calories per kilogram of energy, 2 to 4% crude fat. You can see. Now 10 to 14% fiber, and 0.05 to 0.1 phosphorus, and 0.3 to 0.5 calcium. You can see that the maize bran, which is a West, is richer even than the maize itself. Why? Because of that fermentation process that have added the enzymes, the yeast, and other antioxidants that help to boost the nutritional value of that particular product. That's why any product that passes through fermentation process is always rich in minerals, rich in vitamins, and rich in protein and other nutrients. Now it has vitamin B, it has thiamine, it has niacin, it has potassium, it has magnesium, and it has iron. This is only the bran alone. The next one is palm kernel cake meal. Palm kernel cake meal is a waste from palm kernel seed. They have processed it, used the palm kernel seed to produce palm kernel cooking oil, to produce soap, to produce different detergents, to produce a lot of pomade and many other things. The waste alone that's supposed to be thrown inside the bush for bush animals to eat and get fat. This is what it has. 16 to 20% crude protein. Can you imagine? It has 3,000 to 3,200 calories per kilogram energy alone, 5 to 8% crude fat, and 12 to 14% fiber, 0.5 to 0.8% calcium, and 0.2 to 0.4% phosphorus. And it is made up of vitamin B. Though vitamin B is very lower, but it has a lot of minerals like magnesium, potassium, and others. It is also made up of lysine. Lysine helps to boost the protein content of this. So you can see that all these products are very rich, but they are called waste. So if you want to make your own poultry feed very cheap, if you want to make it affordable for you, and you want to make it very rich also for your poultry and livestock animals to eat and get the best result for you, these are the products you make use of. If you don't know anything about them, please copy them out or go to the subtitle. You will see the list of all this is, copy them out and make use of them, produce your own feed, and it's going to give you amazing results, a result you will even never even think of. Now the next one, Bambara nut is a byproduct from the processing of Bambara nut itself. Here is a general overview of this Bambara nut. If you are in the eastern side of Nigeria, this would have produced this food we call oba. It looks like cake. Many of you know about it. If you have been throwing away the waste, please don't throw it away. Bambara nut is fortified with protein, 15 to 20% crude protein, 2,500 to 3,000 calories per kilogram of energy. It has 5 to 7% fat and 15 to 20% fiber. It has 0.2 to 0.4 calcium, 0.4 to 0.6 phosphorus, and it is made up of many quantity of vitamins and minerals that's like vitamin B1, B2, B6, and it has a lot of trace minerals like potassium, magnesium, selenium, and others. Please, if you have been throwing away this particular Bambara nut waste, stop throwing it away. I have gone to some mills. You see, some of them, after removing the starch, which is what they make use of in preparing this oba or Bambara food, they will throw the waste away. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals. Instead of throwing them away, please bring them to me. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please make sure you share this video to reach more farmers. Don't keep this knowledge alone to yourself. And on the comment section, if you have any other ingredients in your area that is very common, that you don't know their value, please ask on the comment section. Drop it on the comment section. I will tell you their value and how you are going to apply them to make your own cheap feed in your farm. Tell me what you think about this particular content on the comment section. Make sure you give this video a thumb up. If you don't know what thumb up is, that hand that goes up like this, press it. That will enable this particular platform to reach more farmers that need this content. The main aim of this particular video is to help you produce your own feed and know the nutritional value of each of the content, each of the ingredients or content you are going to make use of. Don't go for highly competitive products. Go for their waste. Thank you for watching to the end. Share this video to reach more farmers. Till I come your way with another topic loading very soon. Bye for now.